A portion of this video is sponsored, brought to you, and in partnership with Banks with their Armor case lineup for the S24 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro Max, alongside their magnetic wireless charging power banks. More from them later on in this video. Now, does the light performance profile really make a difference to battery life on the Galaxy S24 Ultra compared to the standard performance profile and also compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Well, it's been 6 months later with the Galaxy S24 Ultra compared to 9 months later with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's test it in our controlled battery drain test on mobile data only to see. Let's get into it. A quick friendly reminder of the battery and performance specs of these devices. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 4 Galaxy chipset and is packing a 5,000 mAh battery. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is packing a 4,442 mAh battery approximately and is powered by Apple's A17 Bionic chipset. Now, when it comes to the parameters of this extreme battery drain test, we are doing this on mobile data only with no Wi-Fi option. We do have two Galaxy S24 Ultras, so it definitely does make life easier. Now, when it comes to things like the display, we have set them to 1080p, refresh rate to adaptive 120Hz, and any power saving features have been disabled to make sure we get the best battery performance all the way through. And the most important thing here is the performance profile. We do have light versus standard, so we can really see what the difference is. And at the time of this recording on the 2nd of July for doing this battery drain test, we are actually on the latest June software update on both these devices. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if it makes a difference. Now, for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it is running on iOS 17.5.1. So we're pretty much seeing how the battery performance is going to be 9 months later. When it comes to the battery health, it is pretty much saying it's still 100%. So I've looked after it best I can. This is my original phone that I've got. So let's compare them and pretty much see how they actually perform against each other. And if you're looking for the best protection for your S24 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro Max while adding style, a nice feel, and extra functionality, then look no further than Banks with their Armor Pro and Armor Air cases with MagSafe support, alongside their Armor Go wireless charging MagSafe power banks. Banks' Aramid fiber cases are built using both 600D and 1500D dew point Kevlar fiber, using an ultra slim minimalist design, a great feel in the hand, good protection against drops, with a build that is durable and robust, with MagSafe support and excellent resistance against fingerprints. Since all cases are MagSafe compatible, the best companion for them is Banks' Armor Go power banks, which come in 5,000 and 10,000 mAh battery sizes, with an ultra thin design yet powerful output, especially when you consider the 5,000 mAh version. A USB-C port for recharging, precision alignment with N52 magnets, a premium Aramid fiber texture design, and efficient heat dissipation. Check the links in the description below for where you can get your Banks cases and power bank accessories for your S24 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro Max with excellent pricing against the competition. And thank you, Banks, for sponsoring a portion of this video. And let's start things off with this extreme battery drain test between both the Galaxy S24 Ultra in the light performance profile versus the standard performance profile versus the iPhone 15 Pro Max running the latest iOS 17.5.1 software at the time of this recording of the extreme battery drain test on the 2nd of July 2024. And yeah, we're pretty much going to be seeing 6 months later with the Galaxy S24 Ultra with all the updates, how is the battery life compared to 9 months later on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one, and I know you guys have been bugging me to do this, and I was worried that no one was really going to be watching it, but yeah, I think this is one that's definitely needed after all this time to see how software updates really helped. And of course, with our extreme battery drain test, we do shoot it as one continuous video, and we only speed it up in the parts that matter, so you don't actually have to sit there continuously for hours like I had to. So if you appreciate the effort in this setup, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos on the Lover of Tech channel, especially when it comes to extreme battery drain test. Okay, let's run through it. First app in question is TikTok. As I always say, TikTok is like the wicked wild west when it comes to content when you post it and consume it. So yeah, if you want to see more vertical type content from us when it comes to tech related stuff, then be sure to follow us there at Lover of Tech BA over at the TikToks. And yeah, as we're pretty much going through, we're pretty much going to be seeing, is the performance profile going to be making a difference? Now, I have actually done them as 2 separate videos in the past earlier on in the first 6 months of the year. So definitely I will link those videos for you to go watch. But yeah, is there going to be a difference? After the first interval, we will pretty much be seeing that the Galaxy S24 Ultra in the light performance profile is on 88% battery, 37.1 degrees Celsius, minus 12% battery loss, 87% battery, 38.0 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss on the standard profile, and then 87% battery, 38.8 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I can already say with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it's taken a little bit more of a hit on the battery than usual from what I've seen from previous battery drain tests. We might be in for a curveball experience when it comes to how things will go. And again, just for reference, I'm going to be pretty much putting it out there to show you that this is the performance profile settings that I've got. On the far left, that is the one on the light performance profile that I'm showing you. And the one in the middle with the Galaxy S24 Ultra is the one with the standard performance profile. So again, you are seeing this in real time as one continuous shot video. So you can see that, yeah, I've set it up. I've not made any mistakes when it comes to it. Let's move over to Instagram Reels. And with Instagram Reels, we're pretty much going to be going through an hour. And I always say Instagram right now is pretty much my favorite social platform. So when it comes to sending Reels and memes to people and keeping up in touch, and especially behind the scenes for everything we get up to in relation to the Lover of Tech, when it comes to press strips, behind the scenes, and the latest product launches, definitely want to see more. Follow us there at Lover of Tech _BA over on Instagram. So yeah, as we go through the Instagram test for the Reels, after the 1 hour mark and we go to the 2 hour mark, 76% battery, 37.2 degrees Celsius, minus 12% battery loss on the light performance profile. 74% battery, 38.1 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss on the standard profile for the S24 Ultra, and 72% battery, 39.8 degrees Celsius, minus 15% battery loss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Oh, this is definitely unusual for Apple. Are we going to be seeing a last place one versus the Galaxy S24 Ultra this time around when we're just looking at the standard performance profile? Again, the standard performance profile, the one in the middle, is my original review unit that I've actually had from the beginning of the year when it was announced on the 17th of January, whereas the extra one, shout out to my boy TC for sorting out the extra unit. It really helps. Rather than shooting 2 separate videos, I can just shoot one. Now, Instagram Live is usually a very intense one, especially on mobile data. And as we're pretty much going through this, and I was doing this late in the night, man. Once I started this like around maybe 12:30 midnight, we're going into the early hours of the morning and beyond. So yeah, it was just a very intensive one that I was putting in a session in. But hey, it's got to be done. And I'm doing it for you all so you can see the difference and get the best battery life performance out of your flagship devices. At the 3 hour mark, 58% battery, 42.4 degrees Celsius, minus 18% battery loss on the light performance profile, 51% battery, 45.1 degrees Celsius, minus 23% battery loss on the Ultra for the standard profile for the S24 Ultra, and then 49% battery, 44.9 degrees Celsius, minus 23% battery loss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So yeah, we can really see that this has shifted, and we're seeing a difference with the light performance profile really kicking in with a 7% battery difference compared to what we have on the standard profile, and well ahead of what we're seeing compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Wow, this is crazy because I know usually in the past, the iPhone 15 Pro Max does well. Now, the battery health is still marking itself at 100%. I don't know how accurate that is. Maybe the updates have really slowed it down. But yeah, this is something that we have to consider when we're getting it. Next is the YouTube video test, streaming at 4K 60 with our definitive camera comparison that we've actually done on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Pixel 8 Pro, and the S24 Ultra when it first came out. As we're going through the hour interval, it's going to be interesting to see where we are when it comes to battery percentage across these 3 flagship devices. And we're seeing a much bigger performance difference across the board than I did in the early 3 months of doing these battery drain test variations with the light performance profile and standard. So 37% battery, 45.8 degrees Celsius, minus 21% battery loss. Ooh. And then 32% battery, 41.7 degrees Celsius, minus 19% battery loss. And then 32% battery, 41.2 degrees Celsius, minus 17% battery loss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Very, very interesting. Level pegging in terms of battery percentage, but again, accounting for the battery size difference between the S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. iPhone 15 Pro Max is clawed back when it comes to efficiency when it comes to the battery capacity and what it's working with optimization. This is a very, very interesting one, and a 5% difference when it comes to the different performance profile when we're looking at the S24 Ultra. Next is YouTube Music, and of course it is pretty much one of my favorite rap projects and albums of all time. Kanye West's College Dropout, never get tired of it. Really helps me get through, especially when it comes to songs like, When It All Falls Down. That's the one that was hitting me in the feels, that was giving me motivation, because Lord knows it was early hours in the morning into 5 a.m. where I was really feeling it. As much as I've rested and prepped to be able to do this, man, these battery drain tests are not easy. So yeah, if you appreciate the effort and the accuracy of doing that mobile data, man, make sure you subscribe to us, man. Get us to road to 100K for 2024 and beyond. Now, 24% battery, 39.4 degrees Celsius, minus 13% battery loss. On the light profile, 18% battery, 40.7 degrees Celsius, minus 14% battery loss on the standard profile. And then 15% battery, 42.1 degrees Celsius, minus 17% battery loss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, usually YouTube Music does take a much bigger hit on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I think you'll get better battery life if you're using something like Apple Music or maybe Spotify. But hey, YouTube Music is my music platform of choice because of YouTube Premium. It comes with it and it's great. Now, X Spaces. Or is it Twitter Spaces? Which one are you? Let me know in the comment section below. As we're going through this, I start to get a bit worried that, hey, are the phones that already are indicating below 15% battery going to make it through? And that is, of course, the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the S24 Ultra and the standard profiles. As you're looking at the magnification and it's draining in real time, will they make it to the 6-hour mark? And I think just by the skin of the teeth, it does. And we might be getting a first-time upset where pretty much the S24 Ultra and the standard profile is going to beat the iPhone 15 Pro Max. When we get to the 6-hour mark, 14% battery left. And then we've got 37.6 degrees Celsius, minus 10% battery loss on the light profile, 6% battery, 39.1 degrees Celsius, minus 12% battery loss, and then 4% battery left, 40.5 degrees Celsius, minus 11% battery loss. Oh, this is going to really be interesting to see how it finishes off. And I don't think Apple are going to hold their own this time. I think the upgrades, even to the standard profile, have really helped the Galaxy S24 Ultra. 2 minutes into the 4K 60 video recording test, and we've got the 5% indicator for the S24 Ultra where it dims the screen, so I'll bring it back up to reasonable brightness again so we can see it. And then 13% battery left, 3% battery left on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and 13% battery left on the light performance profile. So that's really looking very strong for it. So we should be seeing a last place finish for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but actually no, that's not the case. 6 hours, 5 minutes and 59 seconds, final temperature reading of 42.0 degrees Celsius. And then it's third place for the S24 Ultra in the standard performance profile. Oh, that is a strange upset, because when we look a couple of minutes after, we can see 2% battery left on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and you've got 11% battery left on the light performance profile on the S24 Ultra. So that is crazy. That means things really rapidly drain when it comes to the last 5% when using a camera. Last 1%, 6 hours and 9 minutes and 30 seconds of this drain test. And then the iPhone 15 Pro Max is on 1%. And we go 10% battery left after 6 hours and 10 minutes and 55 seconds on the S24 Ultra in the light performance profile. The light performance profile looks to be really doing the job. So when is the iPhone going to finish? And that is going to wrap up at 6 hours, 13 minutes and 10 seconds, a final temperature reading of 42.0 degrees Celsius in second place. So yeah, not too much of a difference, slightly under 10 minutes over, about 8 minutes extra, or 7 minutes extra. So yeah, when it comes to the finishing time for the light performance profile, 6 hours, 24 minutes and 39 seconds, a final temperature reading of 46.3 degrees Celsius. In first place is the S24 Ultra in the light performance profile. So in third place is the Galaxy S24 Ultra in the standard performance profile with a finishing time of 6 hours, 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Par for the course, pretty much the same as what I've been getting in previous battery drain tests. So yeah, in the standard performance profile, a mobile data only in our controlled battery drain test, this is pretty much roughly what we were getting in the past. So yeah, not much changes after the update in the standard performance profile for the Galaxy S24 Ultra in third place with a finishing time of 6 hours, 5 minutes and 59 seconds. And in second place is the iPhone 15 Pro Max with a finishing time of 6 hours, 13 minutes, and 10 seconds. Man, the last few battery percentage and the efficiency when recording 4K 60 video is unmatched on the iPhone, and it proved it again. We actually thought that it was going to be third place, but it sweeped it and got a decent amount of time, slightly under 10 minutes beyond the standard profile of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. So yeah, second place does go to the iPhone 15 Pro Max with a finishing time of 6 hours, 13 minutes, and 10 seconds. And in first place is the Galaxy S24 Ultra in the light performance profile with a finishing time of 6 hours, 24 minutes, and 39 seconds. Yeah, that's almost like an extra 20 minutes ahead of it when it comes to the standard performance profile. In the past, the difference wasn't that much. It was pretty much in the margin of error. But 6 months later, it looks like they've tuned the performance profile for light performance really well. So yeah, I can recommend it, using it, because when using it through these apps, the performance felt pretty much the same. So yeah, this is a good look for the light performance profile on the Galaxy S24 Ultra in first place with a finishing time of 6 hours, 24 minutes, and 39 seconds. So that's the verdict 6 months later with the Galaxy S24 Ultra when it comes to our controlled battery drain test, and 9 months later for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me know your thoughts with the results in the comment section below. That's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.